Various methods are used for pricing of issue of materials. These methods have classified as first in first out method, last in first out method, simple average price method, and weighted average price method. In this present session, students are going to learn Fifo method. The learning outcomes of this lesson is to know the meaning and importance of first in first out method and the advantages and disadvantages of Fifo method, and at the end explaining the Fifo method by solving one illustration so that the students are going to have a clear understanding about the issue of pricing of materials under Fifo. Now we will see the meaning and importance of Fifo method. In manufacturing firm, when they are following the first in first out method, the materials first purchased are issued first to the manufacturing department. The process which are following for purchasing of materials is the same method they are going to follow for issuing of raw materials to the manufacturing department. That is first come, first goes. First purchased, first issued. The latest purchased are going to be kept in the godown. And this FIFO method is used for the assigning of cost. This method is using for assigning of cost, but not for the purpose of physical flow of goods. This is in no way connected to the physical flow of goods. It is basically assigning the cost, and also this method uses the price of the first lot. For issuing of materials to the production department, this method uses the price of the first lot for the first issue. Once the first lot, that is first batch of materials is over, then goes to the second batch, that is the second purchase of materials. And the cost of materials issued represents older prices. That means we are issuing first in first out method. In this case, when we are issuing the raw materials, that is not going to be same as it is the current market prices, because we purchased these materials in the olden days. So this material prices representing the older prices than the current market prices. Cost of closing stock represents latest prices, because we are following the first in first out method. That means the oldest purchases are going to be issued present. That means first purchases are issued first. In that case, the latest purchases and latest prices are going to be kept into the godown, that is into the stock. That is the reason why the oldest latest purchases or latest prices are going to be kept in the closing stock. Materials are priced at the actual cost. Under this method, the materials are priced at actual cost. These are the importance and then advantages. This method is very easy to understand and simple to operate when the prices are not going to fluctuate. That means when the prices are stable, it is very easy to understand and simple to operate. No unrealized profit or loss arises from this operation of this method, because we are following actual price for issuing of the raw materials. That is the reason why under this method there is no case of arising of unrealized profit or unrealized losses. Materials are issued in the order of their receipts. So whenever we are issuing the materials, we need to follow the receipts of materials. How the materials have received, in the same manner we need to issue the materials under this method. Valuation of closing inventory is at cost as well as at the latest prices paid. This closing inventory is to be valued at the actual cost as well as latest prices paid. In periods of falling prices, that means in the condition of pricing falling, income tax liability is going to be reduced. These are the advantages. Under disadvantages, lot of calculation work in case of violent fluctuations in the prices of materials. When the violent fluctuations is going to happen in the market with regard to the material prices, the lot of calculation work is going to happen. If it is stable, it is good. If it is not stable, the prices, it is going to be disadvantage by following this method. Comparison is difficult. When we are following the FIFO method, it is highly difficult to compare because we are following FIFO method. That means the oldest purchases are going to be issue prices right now. So the price is going to be differs from oldest price to the latest price. So hence it is very difficult to compare it. Cost of issues do not represent the current market prices because the current market price is something different. We are issuing with the old prices, that is something different. So these both are not going to be the same. Hence the issue prices are not going to represent the current market prices. And also in case of rising the prices, income tax liability is increased. So these are the disadvantages. And also we can see the pro forma of stores lecture. The pro forma of stores lecture is like this. The first column is date, particulars, and this stores lecture can be broadly classified into three columns: receipts, issues, balance. These are the receipts. When we purchase the raw material, we will receive it and we are going to post it under receipts. That is how many units or how many tons, that is nothing but quantity. Cost per unit or cost per ton, that is per unit price. And when we multiply it with the quantity and cost per unit, we will get the total cost. This is comes under receipts. Issues, quantity, cost per unit, total cost. After issuing the materials, any balance, that means receipts are incoming, issues are going out, and the difference between receipts and issues are going to be balance. That balance is also shown in quantity, cost per unit, total cost. This is the way we need to prepare the stores lecture for pricing the issue of materials. Problem. X Limited furnishes the following stores transactions for July 2020. July 1st, opening balance 200 units, value is 2000 rupees. Here they are not given the unit price per unit. We need to finding out the price per unit, that is nothing but value 2000 rupees divided by 200 units, we will get the price per unit. July 4th, receipts from B and Company, GRN number 11, 300 units at the rate of 12 rupees per unit. July 7, issues requisition number 101, 400 units. July 10th, receipts from M and Co. General receipt number is 12, 400 units at the rate of 14 rupees per unit. July 19, issues requisition number 102, 300 units. July 22, receipts from N and Co. General receipt number is 13, 200 units at the rate of 16 rupees per unit. July 28, issues requisition number 103, 300 units. Prepare the stores lecture using Fifo method. Here, general receipt number is receipts. When we purchase, we are going to keep one receipt. That receipt number they have given over here, and issues requisition number. Production department and manufacturing department issuing the requisition number to the stores department to release the materials to the production department. For that reason, they are going to issue some requisitions. That requisitions have given the numbers. Requisition number 101, 102, 103, like that. As and when they are going for requisition, they are going to give one certain number. That are the numbers. If you observe, the receipts are 11, 12, 13. Issues are 101, 102, 103, like that. This is process which they are following by the production or manufacturing department. Now we will prepare the stores lecture under Fifo method. Stores lecture of X Limited, Fifo method, and we can see the columns: date, particulars, receipts, issues, balances. Under these three columns, that is receipts, issues and balances, all the columns are going to be same, that is quantity, cost per unit, total cost are going to be the same. On July 1st, opening balance is given in the problem. The opening balance is 200 units and the value of the 200 units is 2000 rupees. And the 2000 rupees divided by 200, then we will get the 10 rupees per unit price. Now, on July 4th, receipts from B and Co. That journal receipt number is 11. When we are receiving, that means we are purchasing from B and Co. 300 units, 12 rupees, 12 3 ja 36, 3600 total cost. And now the balance, what is the balance which we are having as on July 4, 2020? The opening balance 200 units with the 10 rupees per unit, 2000 rupees is available, and 300 units and 12 rupees, 3600 rupees. These are the total balance of materials which is available with the firm. Then on the 7th July, there is a requisition number 101 for issue of materials to the production department. They are requested to issue 400 units of material. We are following first in first method. The first received material is this 200 units. So this has to be issued first with this lot price. That is 200 units into 10 rupees is equals to 2000 rupees is issued. The total they need 400 materials, and again after issuing 200 units of materials, we are having 300 units of materials with us. This out of this 300 units material, we are going to issue again 200 units of raw materials with the price of 12 rupees. Then it is going to be the value of 2400 rupees. After issuing the total 400 units of raw material, out of 500 we issued 400, then we are going to have only 100 units of raw material with the 12 rupees as a balance, that is going to be 1200 rupees. On 10th, receipts from M and Company, general receipt number is 12. This 400 received with the 14 rupees, that becomes 5600 rupees. This stock is not going to be clubbed together because we are following first in first out method. Because of this first in first out method, we are not supposed to combine the different stocks because having different prices. So, and also we need to issue the first purchased or first received material first issue. So already we are having the old stock, that is 100 units, 12 rupees 1200, and the present receipt is 400, 14, 5600. So right now the balance is different stocks with us. One is 100 units, 12 rupees, another one is 400 units and 14 rupees. If we are going for issue in this condition, what stock are going to be issued? In this condition, when we are going for issue, the first in stock has to be first out. So the out of these two stocks, which is the first stock in? This is the first stock in. So this 100 units has to be issued when it is issue is going to be happen. That is issues requisition number 102, 100, 200, 12, 14. That is, they need 300 units of material. That 300 units of material has to be issued first 100 and remaining 200 from out of 400. Out of 400, when we issued 200 and remaining is going to be 200 into 14, that is 2800 rupees is going to be balance. Again receipt from number GRN, general receipt number, that is 200 again received. So already 200 units which is there with us, that is with the 14 rupees and 2800, and present receipt is 200 with the 16 rupees 3200. And now issue is happening, we need to issue 300 totally. Out of 300, the first material is 200 is available, 200 units with 14 rupees is 2800 rupees issued, and remaining 200, out of 200 units we need to issue only 100 units with the 16 rupees 1600, and the balance on the 28th is 100 units with the 16 rupees 1600 rupees. So now by following the FIFO method, on the end of this month we are having the material of 100 units with the 16 rupees, that becomes 1600 rupees value. Like this we need to prepare the stores ledger. When we are following the stores ledger under the FIFO method, we have to issue the only first in has to be first out. So like this we have to prepare the stores ledger.